This is Dreamworks. Just like Disney and Pixar, Dreamworks has always been there for me in my childhood. And while Disney has mice and Pixar have toys, Dreamworks have dragons. How to Train Your Dragon, directed by Chris Sanders and Dean DeBlois, the creative team behind the underrated Disney masterpiece Lilo and Stitch, and is the 17th Dreamworks movie overall, as well as the true animated classic from 2010. So How to Train Your Dragon, first in the How to Train Your Dragon Now trilogy, tells the story of Hiccup, voiced by Jay Baruchel, the son of the chief of Berk, Stoic the Vast, voiced by Gerard Butler, and he is the misfit of the Vikings on Berk, as Berk is a kill or be killed island where dragons are not welcome, until Hiccup shoots down a Night Fury, the rarest dragon in existence, and he can't bring himself to kill the dragon, and he makes history by being the first ever Viking to realise that killing the dragons is wrong, and we need to befriend them instead. He had no idea that his friendship with the Night Fury, which he names Toothless, and with the help of his unlikely love interest Astrid, voiced by America Ferrari, Hiccup and Toothless had no idea that their friendship will change Berk forever and for the better for both dragons and Vikings. I can't believe How to Train Your Dragon is 9 years older now. I sadly didn't check out this movie at the time. My cousin Jennifer, she showed us the movie, and good thing she did. She got me into How to Train Your Dragon permanently for life. How to Train Your Dragon is one of the greatest animated movies ever made, period. At the time, my favourite Dreamworks movie until its sequel topped it, spoiler alert for my How to Train Your Dragon 2 review, and is Dreamworks' best franchise. So let me get to my million positives about this wonderful piece of filmmaking. This movie is the kind of movie you would think would fail because the story may have cliches, but I don't care because this movie makes those cliches awesome. It's far more than just a family movie for the kids with cute dragons. It has a deep undertone of themes of prejudice and establishing peace. I couldn't wait for Berk to accept the dragons. Just as we have a species, we have redeemed ourselves now as we see animals as our equal, and we are now improving, and we're protecting them instead of killing them. Hiccup, he is the greatest coming-of-age hero I have seen in a movie since Simba from Lion King. Jay Baruchel's nerdy and classic voice, it couldn't be better for him, and I have a ton of similarities to Hiccup. I didn't fit in back in my childhood days with the other kids, and my obsession and my knowledge of animal facts at such a young age, and Hiccup has such a way with dragons at such a young age, and him spending all this time with Toothless secretly helps him to see, everything I was educated about dragons back on Berk is bullshit. So dragons are adorable. You feel sorry for him because he is so hated on by the village, and you are rooting through him throughout the movie to come out on top. And Toothless, whose design is similar to Stitch. He is one of my favourite movie characters in general. He's badass, adorable, and he wouldn't hurt a fly. Yeah, he is better than Smaug. Sorry, Smaug, as the best movie dragon. And yeah, his friendship with Hiccup is the best friendship I have ever seen on film, and not kidding. It was absolutely the right decision to not have the dragons talk. I absolutely love that the dragons are like cats in this franchise. This is the kind of franchise that isn't afraid to show kids what an animated character is feeling instead of telling them. So yeah, Toothless's expressions are some of the cutest. When he shows his big old eyes at you, that's similar to my cats showing their big old eyes at me whenever they want something. Astrid is the most drop-dead gorgeous animated lazy I have ever seen in my entire life. Dreamworks romances to me are far superior to Disney romances, because unlike Disney, Dreamworks take the time to develop a love story and to build up to it, and Hiccup and Astrid's relationship is no exception. You do feel as sorry for Astrid as you do for Hiccup, because deep down she is exactly like Hiccup and just as innocent, but because she's been brought up by a strict dragon murdering society, and she has so many expectations of her, that's what she just she hides this and pretends to be a tough girl, and she at first she pretends to want nothing to do with Hiccup, but as Hiccup gains his tips on how to train dragons from his time with Toothless, and he becomes the most beloved Viking in the training arena, Astrid is super pissed off by this, and she follows Hiccup to Toothless's spot. And once Hiccup and Toothless kidnap Astrid and show her how amazing Toothless is, Astrid does lighten up and change for the better, and I just go ah at the moment when she punches him. That's for kidnapping me. But then she kisses him on the cheek. That's for everything else. Rough Nut and Tough Nut, Fish Legs and Snotlouts, wonderfully voiced by Christian Wiig, TJ Miller and Jonah Hill. Yeah, they all have different personalities, and you like them so much you want them to have their own solo movies to flesh out their backstories. And Gobber, voiced by Craig Ferguson, yeah, he is the mentor and the tutor to our teenage Vikings. You can tell he has a great backstory with the dragons, and he has the funniest lines in this entire franchise. If you want to get out there and fight dragons, you need to stop all of this. One thing I don't get about these movies, how come the teenage Vikings are American and the fully grown Vikings are Scottish? Oh well, that doesn't matter. It's the quality of the voice acting that counts. And it's Hiccup's father, Stoic the Vast. He's a well-developed, if slightly unlikable father figure at first, but him being a dick to dragons is the purpose of his character. He's meant to be a redeemable father figure, and there's great tension with Hiccup and Stoic as they are not on the same page about dragons. They don't have a strong relationship whatsoever, especially in the moment when Hiccup fails to kill a dragon for his final test, and Toothless comes into the arena, rescues him, and then Stoic locks Toothless up with the other dragons. You're like, he saved your son, you moron. His most unlikable moment is when he disowns Hiccup. You're not a Viking, you're not my son. I'm like, Stoic, that was low of you, man. The dragon designs are astonishingly imaginative. I would love her to design and draw a dragon for this franchise personally if I worked at Dreamworks. Each dragon is appropriate for Hiccup and his dragon riders. You have a Stormfly, the Nada Astrid's dragon, Hookfang, the monstrous Nightfest, Snotlout's dragon, Meatlug, who's adorable, Fish Legs, Gronkle, and also a Barth and Belch, the Sickleback, who's Roughnut and Toughnut's dragon. This movie has the most magnificent CGI animation ever. This made me love a CGI animation as much as hand-drawn animation, especially the flight sequences. They are out of this world exhilarating, and this is the best looking 3D movie out there. I'm like, when you put on your 3D glasses, it's like you're on one of those simulators at Universal Orlando when Hiccup is riding Toothless. You are ducking, you are diving, your mouth is wide open in awe. You are just going, oh my freaking gosh, this is fucking amazing. Yeah, that sums up this movie. Fucking amazing. And the best scenes in this movie are the bonding moments of Hiccup and Toothless, when Hiccup is gradually gaining Toothless's trust, especially in the beautiful moment when Hiccup is doing his best not to step on Toothless's drawing. I'm with the moments with Hiccup and Toothless, you are like, this is flawless filmmaking 101. And this movie's opening sequence is a huge conflict with the dragons and the Vikings on Berk, and that scene took the longest to animate in the movie. And it's awesome to hear Hiccup narrating the intro to both of these movies. This to show this trilogy is his story, and shows each moment in his life. And the final battle with the Red Death in this movie is one of the most badass final fights in a movie I've ever seen in general. Yeah, and just it's freaking colossal. See Hiccup and Toothless take on the Goliath Red Death, the queen of all dragons. Yeah, the Red Death is the one dragon antagonist in these movies. The other two, Drago and Grimmauld, are human. You are rooting for Hiccup and Toothless all the way to just kick the Red Death's ass, and then when Hiccup is falling into the fire and Toothless goes after him, you are just staring and totally gripped at what's going to happen. And that was a ballsy and dark ending to the movie, to have Hiccup thankfully survive, but to lose his left foot in the process, so he has a peg leg. Did Toothless deliberately not rescue all of Hiccup just because Hiccup took away his other tail fin? Yeah, the How to Train Your Dragon movies are not afraid to be darker for kids. See Dreamworks. You don't need to make shit for kids. You can make art for kids. There is a ton of shitty babysitter movies out there for kids, but How to Train Your Dragon is not one of them. It has literally everything to offer for the kids and the parents. We deserve all animation to be like How to Train Your Dragon. I have absolutely no negatives with How to Train Your Dragon, and why was I? This is the one time for me that Dreamworks has ever defeated Pixar. I like How to Train Your Dragon better than all the Pixar movies, controversially. I personally think How to Train Your Dragon should have won Best Animated Feature 2010 instead of Toy Story 3. I'm proud to call it one of my favourite movies of all time. I give How to Train Your Dragon 5 stars out of 5. Best movie ever. And not to mention, I adore the soundtrack of this movie by John Powell with a passion, especially the flying theme and the epic end credits song Sticks and Stones that will live in our hearts forever. Well, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. And what do you think of How to Train Your Dragon? Please comment and let me know. Please like this video and subscribe. Please follow me on Twitter and on Google Plus and on Instagram. And I'll see you all next time when I review It's a Superior Sequel, How to Train Your Dragon 2. Cannot wait for that, sir. And remember, movies are us. Bye, guys.